Hey guys, welcome back to Reviews and How-Tos. I'm Tyler. Today we're going to be checking out this reverse osmosis machine, and it was sent to us by Ecoviva for us to check out today. Now I'm going to go over an install really quick with you, and then we're going to take some water samples before and after, and we'll see how good of a job it does. First, I want to show you here up front, you do have two different filters. You have just like your regular filter, and then you have a reverse osmosis filter. I believe the top is regular, and the top is your reverse osmosis, and then your bottom one is the other one. They do open up pretty easily, just like that. You screw them back in. However, if you're not quite strong enough to open those up, it does come with a little handle here, and then it allows you to open them up as well, just like that. So that is how you change those out. The reverse osmosis one, it says, can last up to 2 years. And then your other one, your regular one, it says lasts about 1 year. This bottom one seemed to be a little bit harder to put in there, which is why they include this thing right here. So it's really easy to install this thing. I do have some of the things already installed because I did have a reverse osmosis machine in here already. I review a lot of these things. You will need this little saddle right here, and this is where your water will go into the drain, because whenever it does the reverse osmosis, it takes out some of those impurities and it drains those out. And then you're going to have one that goes up here, up top to your faucet, which will be your reverse osmosis. And then you're going to have another one, which I need to install because this one does filtered and reverse osmosis water, which my old one didn't. That's kind of a cool feature there because it gives you more longevity out of that reverse osmosis filter. And yeah, we'll do some tests on both of those, see what the difference is between regular tap water, the reverse osmosis water, and that filtered water. So without any further ado, let's get this installed. All right, so up here we already have the line from our main water source coming down, going into our machine. They're just little quick attachments. They just plug in there. Literally, that's all they do. It comes with this little tool right here, and all you do is you hold this down, and then you pull up, and that allows you to take them apart. Got a little bit of water in there, because like I said, I already had this one installed. And then whenever you fit them in there, you just push them in, and look, they're not going anywhere. So nice and safely attached in there. You get a whole bunch of other things in here. One of them is going to be these little lockers, and you take the right size ones because you have these 3 smaller ones and then you have this larger one. So you're going to take your larger one and put it on here, and that kind of keeps it, you know, from accidentally coming loose. All right, there we go. Nice and snug fit in there. I was actually trying to push it into the wrong place, but it goes on there just like that, and that keeps it from accidentally coming loose. All right, so we've got our drain water already hooked up. Like I said, it goes to the saddle here. I have that little attachment on there already. I need to put one on this one. There we go, much easier now that I remember how to do them correctly. And I need to take off my old faucet, and we're going to plug in this one, which this one actually has like a cool little cable on here, plugs into the back of this. So it gives us like some, I think, lights, digital readings and stuff on here for us to check out. So let's go ahead and take off the old one, install the new one. And it's the same thing in here. It's just a quick fitting, so pull it out. Hopefully we don't get wet. And there may be like some rust buildup in here, so it's always good to wear some safety goggles. All right, so we got those old fittings off there. And I removed the old faucet. And we're going to put this new one on. It just slides in the hole up top. Black O-ring does go up top, so we got to put that back up top here really quick. All right, so we got our 2 washers now, so we should be good. And it says 2 nuts that should also go on there, which I think that's these. These are the only ones that I see. Guess if I get underneath there and they don't fit, then I will know. Good to have the instructions. All right, so the nuts are already on the faucet, so I just got to take those off and then put these washers on there and then reattach the nuts. I thought they might be because the nuts in that bag didn't quite look like the ones I was supposed to have. All right, so those are your 2 nuts. Got this one and then the larger one. And you'll know which way these are supposed to align because the power cord goes in the back. So
in case things get twisted around up here, it's easy to get them sorted out. And you might need a second person to kind of hold the stuff up here, up top, in place, so that whenever you tighten it down, it is squared away up top. So I'll probably have one of the kids come in here and help me do that. All right, so I got my helper in here, so she's holding it right there where it needs to be. So you might need a second person just to make sure you get everything centered up there. And honestly, this is like the hardest part of installing this whole thing. I mean, it's not hard at all, but just this little part right here where you got to reach up inside here and then try and get everything centered. And then everything else is just those quick fittings. So very easy overall. And then you also get this little plastic thing right here, and this is what you use to tighten up those nuts. All right, so we got it all tightened up there. And then you'll have a little power adapter that comes down from your faucet up there, and it just plugs in to the back of your RO machine, just like that. That way you only need one outlet underneath of here. Next thing we gotta do is install those two lines that go to our faucet up there. And then all we should have to do is turn on the water, plug it in, and be pretty much good to go. All right, it's the same thing down here. You got to pull these plugs out, so use your little tool they sent you. Boom. Pop one out, push it in there, make sure it's nice and secure. And that's our filtered water. And we want to connect our reverse osmosis line, which is going to be the blue one. Make sure it's nice and secure in there. Attach the little locking ring, and then you got to do these little quick connects on here. And it's the same thing as all these other ones. You just push it in, make sure it's all the way in there, nice and firm. That's how these quick connects work. Kind of a close-up shot for you guys. And the same thing over here with this other one. This is going to be your filtered water. Same thing. And then these are going to run up here to your faucet. And then we'll be almost done. Done with all our connections. All right, so just push in one. Pops into place. Push in the other. Pops into place. And that's it. All right, so we have our power cord. So we'll plug it in to the back of our machine. And then obviously you need a power supply up underneath here. Make sure it's not one that's activated by a switch, like one that goes to your garbage disposal or anything like that, or this won't work very well. And then turn on our water. All right, so looking for leaks, and it does look like we have a little bit of a leak underneath here. So I'm gonna double check these connections. All right, so I had to get back underneath there and just double check those quick connections. They weren't quite seated all the way, so that's why they were leaking. They're good to go now, so just that's why it's good to, before you push everything in there, kind of do a leak test just to make sure things are good. That way you don't have this pushed in there, and then you got to find out where the leaks are coming from and pull it all out anyways. So we figured it out. It's all good. Now we just have to run the reverse osmosis side of this for 30 minutes, and then it will clear out everything inside these filters, and then we'll come back and do those water tests. All right, so we've got this put in here all nice and squared away. Look at that really low profile. I put my little filter remover there up top, so I keep it nice and safe. This thing makes just a little bit of noise, but whenever you close these doors on here, you can't hear it at all, especially over the sound of the little bit of water running up here. And whenever you turn off the water, that quits making any noise at all. So it's not like it's continuously running or wasting water or anything like that. A few more minutes up here up top, and then we will go over the numbers as far as our tap water and our reverse osmosis water. All right, so that 30-minute flush cycle is now complete. You only need to do that whenever you first set this up or change out the filters. We have the reverse osmosis handle turned on, and this blue ring lights up. Another cool thing about this ring right here is it will start to turn red whenever your filters need to be changed. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this up some water here really quick. Fills up pretty fast, 2.5 to 1 ratio for that reverse osmosis machine, which means you get 2.5 times the amount of water for every little bit that is flushed down the drain, because it does need to flush a little down the drain in order to give you filtered water. So we're going to take our TDS monitor right here and test the quality of this, and it is giving us a 26 on there,
which is really, really good as far as our total dissolved solids in the water. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to do it with our tap water. So we'll turn our tap water on here really quick and see what we're getting out of it and see how good of a change we got out of that. So go ahead and reset our monitor here and put it in, and oh, look at that, turns red right away. 354 is what we're at on that. I'll let you guys see that here really quick. There you go, 354 on the tap water, and then it brought it way down over here with the reverse osmosis. So overall, really good. I really like it. And then this other side, it just uses the standard filter on there, and that's more for like cleaning off your vegetables and doing the dishes, stuff like that, where you're not going to be drinking the water. And then your reverse osmosis side, that's the side you want to use whenever you're going to be drinking the water or using it for cooking and such. So this isn't really going to clean anything. It doesn't dump any water. This is just a one-to-one, but I'll do a quick test for you, but I don't expect it to be really anything, because like I said, it's just doing that small. Yeah, it's reading just the same thing as what our city water is. But yeah, overall, this thing really cool. I like it. Quick install. Took me about 30 minutes to do that install. Of course, I did have a few things already in there, so it might take you just a little bit longer, but still very easy to do. This thing here, really cool. I like how the light lights up, and you have the option for both sides. That's not standard on a lot of your reverse osmosis machines. So really cool feature right there. So overall, awesome product, easy to install, does what it's supposed to do. And those filters last a lot longer on this one than they do any of the other ones out there on the market, I believe, so as well. So once again, go ahead, check this one out from Ecoviva.